What's up guys, it's Nick here from Nick's Taxes, and in today's video we're going to look at 3 new tax credits or ways that you can save tax for your 2020 tax return. Now your 2020 tax return is due at the end of April of 2021, so as we're heading into the tax preparing season, I want you guys to be aware of a couple new credits that are available this year to help you guys save money, especially if you've been receiving the CERB. Anything that you can get in terms of a credit to help lower the amount of tax that you might have to owe back to the government is big. And so these are 3 new credits that are out there that are going to be able to reduce the amount of tax that you might end up owing at the end of the year, or maybe find yourself in a bigger refund position. But anyway, it's just good to be aware of it, especially if you're preparing your own tax return or if you're having an accountant take care of it for you. It's good to be just knowledgeable of what's going on and what's available for you. You want to be able to take advantage of every tax credit that you are eligible for, and so you don't want to miss out on any potential savings. If you get value out of this video, I just ask that you give it a thumbs up before I get into the content, and please consider subscribing. I'm going to be making a ton of tax videos this year to help you guys be the most knowledgeable when it comes to your taxes so you can be in control of your finances. All right, but without further ado, the first tax credit, it's actually an expense. It's called the Deduction for Home Office Expenses. If you've had to work from home due to the COVID-19 pandemic, you could qualify for this home office expense. Now, to be eligible, you need to have worked at least 50% of the time from home due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and that has to be for a period of 4 consecutive weeks. I've made a video on this in the past, and I went into more detail, so you might want to watch that. But you can claim up to $2 for every day that you've worked from home, up to a maximum of $400, which is the equivalent of 200 days. If you think that you can expense more than $400 for your home office expenses, you'll have to get a specific form from your employer, and you'll have to fill out a more detailed form to claim your home office expenses. But if you want to claim just up to a maximum of $400, you can do so using the simplified method, and that's a $2 expense for every day that you worked from home. Again, you have to have worked more than 50% of the time from home for a period of at least 4 consecutive weeks due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So look out for this home office expense for this tax season. All right, so the second tax credit that we're going to look at that's new for 2020 is the Canada Training Credit. And so eligible workers can accumulate a credit of up to $250 per year, up to a lifetime maximum of $5,000. You can use this credit to refund up to half the cost of training fees at colleges, universities, or other institutions that provide occupational skills training. So these are new, and these training credits you can start to accumulate in 2020 and start applying them on your tax return, in 2021 here. And last but not least is another tax credit. It's the Digital News Subscription Tax Credit. It's a non-refundable tax credit for the amounts paid by individuals to a qualified Canadian journalism organization, or QCJO for short. And the qualifying subscription expenses have to be after 2019 and before 2025. So this is a non-refundable tax credit up to a maximum of $500. Because it's a non-refundable tax credit, it can reduce your taxes down to 0, but can't result in a refund. But anytime you can reduce your taxes is a good thing. And so when you have the amount that you're paying for these digital news subscriptions, it goes in this area of non-refundable tax credits and gets multiplied by 15%. So again, you can have an expense up to $500 for this digital news subscription tax credit. So if you're subscribing to digital news and it is qualified under the Canadian Journalism Organization, you can get this credit. Alrighty, and those are the 3 new tax tips for the 2020 tax year. Again, if you got value out of this video, just ask that you give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing. I'm going to be making a ton of tax videos in the next couple weeks and months to help you guys get prepared for tax season. So if you got value out of this, let me know, and I'll be providing a lot more tax tips and tricks and how to file your own taxes. I think financial education is very important, and being on top of your taxes is right in there with financial education. It's important to understand what is going on with you and your money. But anyways, again, I'm Nick from Nick's Taxes. Thanks so much for watching, and of course, I will see you guys in the next video. Happy taxing.